Alright, welcome back again. Now, in this lesson, we're going to look at how to import or draw some glass in our in our scene. So I'm going to go select my terrain, and I'm going to place plants and stones and other small foliage. So I'm going to click on that. And right now, I don't have any object detail has been defined or chosen. So if I hit edit, and I will add a grass texture. Now you have actually right now the healthy color, the dry color, which is really nice actually. And if I click here, I can actually choose the grass effect which I would like to have. So I'm gonna grab like something like this, and let me see what's gonna happen when I add some. So there you go. Oh, where's my grass? Where is my beautiful grass? Oh, there we go, found it. So there you go. Here's the grass. Now, do not go crazy with it, if you will, and if I may call that way, or if I may say that way, because believe me, it's a really, uh, you know, it's actually consumes. I mean, it's really consuming the processor as well. It's really expensive. It's not that cheap as you might think. I mean, it looks for you cheap because I could like, position it and it works fine, but don't take that for granted because it really could hog your system with drawing so much of them. So I'm just simply placing them randomly because anyway I know that my PC actually gonna take it, but do not do it for production that way. For production, try to make sure that you have optimized kind of a scene. Okay, I'm just trying to place them around. There we go. So we have a lot of grass here and there. Okay, now let me start playing this and see how it's gonna react. So here's my grass, and watch this, it actually reacts to the wind, you see, and it reacts to the wind because it actually has been activated that way in the settings. And in order to see that, you can go to the settings over here, and this is the part where it goes for the grass and the wind settings. So if I go here like so, try to go to something where I can see it obviously, like here, control space and get here. Now let's see, I could like start, doing like so. So right now it's the size of the bending is a little bit, the speed, how fast like it starts, and bending all the way to the one, so it's gonna be like, as if it is really tall grass. Now I'm gonna actually stop this, and when I stop that, actually the numbers has been retained, which is, yeah, there you go, the numbers has been retained. Now I can actually start adding some other things. So instead of only just simple grass, I could go ahead and grab again this feature and add grass texture. I know that I would like to add rocks, but hey, I'm gonna, just for the kick of it, I will add just a bush. And oops, actually I have to select it first, and there we go. You see? Very small, very tiny. It works. Let me see here. Edit. And let me just uncheck the billboard out of them and hit apply. So right now they probably gonna act a little more like 3D. Let me try to play this and see where they are, how they look like. Honestly, I forgot where did I place them, so... Oh, there they are. So there they are. And they look fine to me, honestly. Actually, I should have checked the billboard. Let me edit details, edit. Oh, there actually billboard. But for this one, billboard. Oh, there you go. It's much better. Oh yeah, they're always facing me when I'm billboard. As you can see here, they always face me. They always face the camera. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Now I'm gonna actually gonna stop right there and let me try to add some rocks here. So if I instead of adding grass texture, I'm gonna add detail mesh. And let me try to choose an object. And there's the only rock in the house. Yep, the only one. So I'm gonna grab this one and vertex lit. So it is gonna be having a per vertex lighting and noise spread. Well, let me see here. Random width, I'm gonna try to give it a little bit bigger number. So let's say 10, if I may, and 10. So right now we're gonna have a really, really large kind of meshes. And instead of giving them like kind of these colors like green and something like that, I'm gonna give them like brownish, grayish kind of colors, like so. And here I'm gonna give it like a little bit grayish kind of a color. So it will range between this and that, and add. And let me try to go somewhere and be really, really careful. And there they are, apparently. No? Oh, I have actually to select the mesh first. And there we go. Here are my rocks. I could try to, you know, position them, but do not draw a lot of them because they're gonna get really, really large and big. So, I mean, in terms of how much you put in there. So I'm gonna try to be as close as possible, you know, while positioning them. So there we go. I'm gonna just leave those here, a little bit more here, more here, more there, more here. And in fact, I'm gonna just simply like increase the brush size. It's actually there, by the way, while I'm drawing it, but we'll see how they will behave when we play. Alright, so let's play this and let's see how it looks like. Okay. Oops, actually they are quite, they shouldn't be that way, honestly. We need to try to configure how they are going to be rendered. And of course you are actually passing through them, by the way. So we're going to have to find, so you actually have to start surrounding them with box colliders and so on. Okay, so be careful with that. So I'm going to actually try to see in the settings how we can fix this, just to make them render at least from distance, so we will not have them appear magically like that. So if I select it here, so fade detail maximum mesh trees. Yeah, in fact actually I don't have that very much control over it, but hey, this is the wind settings. Hang on, let me try to increase this and see what's gonna happen. Yeah, it affects only the trees apparently, not just the details. But okay, for now. We're gonna probably fix it in another video. Alright, anyway, okay, so we have some rocks in there, we have some grass. Of course, I'm underwater right now. And of course, these are just simple render optimization, you know, just to keep your, you know, your system from not being hooked by so many processes, you know. Alright. Now to start, okay. So I'm gonna pause right there. So yeah, so basically we've got our terrain, we have got our rocks, we have got rain, we have imported everything. So I believe we are technically done. We have everything in here in place. So yeah, so actually this completes the scene. Let me see. Right here. Um, yeah, basically this completes the scene. You know what? Let me try to increase the detail distance. Uh-huh. I believe this one will solve it. Yep, that solved it. Great, great. Now I'm much happier. Now it's normal. Now I can actually conclude this lesson, okay? So this is great. So the detail distance is fine for now, for me. Great, great. Now only the collision, the part is there, but it's okay. Okay, so based on my distance, I can see the rocks and everything. Okay, fine. All right. Um, so in order to conclude this, Control S, and right now it's a good time to export it for your friends. So if I go to File, Build and Run, or Build Settings, let's say. And right now you have all the export. You can actually export it to a web player. You can export it to PC and Mac. So right now I'm choosing Windows. I'm gonna export it to Windows. Um, and which scene you're gonna actually add into your build. I'm gonna add the current one, which is the level tropical. And of course, as you can see here, you can export to PS3, Xbox 360, iOS, and Android, and the other ones. And let's see, player settings. Right now you can include your icon, the company name, the product name, what are the basic resolution, is it going to be full screen or not, what are your icons is going to be, your splash screen and other. This splash screen is actually coming only with Pro. It doesn't come with the Unity free version, so you have by default the Unity splash screen coming up instead of your splash screen, so take care about that. Yeah, so basically this is it. Basically this is it. You just simply you select the platform which you are exporting into, and I'm gonna just simply hit build and run. So I'm gonna have to save where the exe. I'm gonna just leave it in my Unity intro, and I'm gonna hit save. Am I? Oh, actually, I'm gonna have to change its name. So let me do it like this. Let me put it inside a folder, and I'm gonna call this the final build, and here I'm gonna just call this the Unity intro, and I'm gonna hit save. And it takes some time to compile the scripts and everything. And right now it runs, and it says, okay, how are we gonna run this? It asks for the inputs. It asks with which quality. I'm gonna run it at fantastic level, and I'm gonna hit play. And this is how my default, how the resolution which I chosen, and this is how my game looks like. And it's actually an exe file, and I'm gonna show it to you in a second. And as you can see here, there you go. And here's my trees, and here's everything which I've played so far. Everything raining, and everything looks fine. Okay. So yeah, actually, if I maximize the distance a little bit, I wouldn't see this rocks being appearing in the distance. That distance, I could have increased it a little bit, but okay. And we see the grass. We see the house. Our collider is still in there. Of course, I haven't reversed the normal, so still the normal's problem is there, but okay, I can leave that for you. And yeah, that's good. So if I close this, I will close that as well. And if I go to my Unity project, let me just try to find it in a second here, and Unity projects, no, hang on a second, actually Unity intro, and here it comes. So Unity intro, final build, and here's our file. It's our game, or yeah, our level, let's say, because it's not a playable game, just a level interactive virtual environment, is 26 megabytes. When you give your friends this for example exe, you give it the exe including the data folder as well. So you give everything along with it. So this is it. This is actually your built game. Now, of course, with a little bit more scripting and programming, you can actually start having some interactive elements. In fact, our first-person controller has already scripts on it, so we could actually control it by our keyboard and mouse. Okay, so in order to achieve some sort of playability or gameplay, you have to start learning scripting. But since we are actually observing in this, at least these series of tutorials with this simple videos, we are observing the design aspect of Unity. We just gonna stop at this point. Thanks a lot for your attention. I hope that you enjoyed these series of tutorials. And just try to make your own virtual worlds, try to learn scripting, and just have fun. Okay? So, see you next time.